Hey, my name is Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. Did you ever just have a month that just felt like you needed to run away because you felt like you stole something? So, September was that month for me. I just cannot believe the amazing amount of bottles that I got in that month. And I can't even showcase them all here. I just had to cut it down to, I don't know, the top 15 or so. I don't even know how many bottles I got down here. A lot of bottles, but did have a few things going on to clean up a little bit first today. First, closing in on 1,250 subscribers. At that 1,250 mark, I'll put out a video. That way you have an opportunity for an Eagle Rare or a 1 liter Buffalo Trace. Also Friday will be the drawing for the pour for the Elijah Craig C923. Give you an opportunity for that pour. If you know what the video is, you know what to put in the comments, and you know all the special criteria that goes with it. That's on you guys to find. You guys are very smart. You figure it out real quick. You know what to do. Got a lot of things headed in the right directions, being hand delivered. Excited about that. Getting excited for Italy. But the most important thing that I wanted to kind of go over today is, I've been so excited, and rightfully so. Member of the channel, Brian Petty, his daughter has an opportunity to sing the national anthem for the Miami Dolphins this upcoming Sunday. Well, she's been under the weather. She tried to fight through it, talked to her vocals coach and stuff, and they made a decision that it probably wasn't the best time to do this. And Brian, he is such an amazing, wonderful guy. He sends this long thing and he's like, hey, here's what happened. I don't want you to be disappointed. I'm like, dude, I promise you this. And I told him, I called him. I said, man, this is the icing on the cake. I said, the journey that he has been through. His daughter has battled cancer. She is in remission. She had this wonderful opportunity for the family to, for the icing on the cake thing. But that's not the big end goal. The end goal is she is healthy. Does not have cancer. She has a wonderful life, hopefully laid out ahead for her in God's plans. And maybe in the future, he said the Miami Dolphins were very understanding, and they really enjoyed the work and the stuff that she's put out, and that in the future they would love to have her come back and do something, and hopefully that comes to fruition. But man, Brian, the journey that you and your family have been through, I know as a parent, as you worry about a child, it's a helpless feeling, but you guys have made it to the best part. Your daughter's healthy. She's just under the weather, couldn't sing, man. But we are looking forward to supporting her in any way in the future. I'm very glad, that you said that everything went well when you talked to the team and stuff like that. But you guys made the best decision for your daughter to make sure that she was being able to put out the best performance. So excited for the future for her. When she does have that opportunity, I'm going to be pumping it up because I am so excited just for the journey that she's been on. This is just kind of the end of the journey. The nice medal at the end that, hey, you've done great. And here's some recognition for it. But for you and your family, continued prayers. I'm excited about the future. So all that being said, Patreons had our big October 1st sample pack. Those are making their way to their final destinations. Excited about that. I'll need to reach out to the gentleman that won the 13 Colony Double Oaked. That'll be being delivered to him by hand soon. Looking forward to that. We got some other neat things coming up, so totally excited about that. But wanted to go through a couple bottle kills here and then get into the absurdity of riches I have. And I kind of needed this video today. After the Bills beat the brakes off my Dolphins, I needed a good video just to keep me pumped up and happy. Brian, out at Bourbon School, we had a friendly wager. I'll be wearing some Bills gear coming up. It should arrive Wednesday. Yay. But, also got a pour of C923 as part of that package. Can't wait for that to make it into his humble hands there. And so he can get a chance to go through it. But let's go through some bottle kills. As we all know, Southern Collective. If you watch the channel very much, the King of Georgia, Southern Collective 15-year MGP juice is like one of my absolute favorite things. I absolutely love it. I love it so much, I keep giving out samples, and I keep depleting my limited stock of my Southern Collective. I think I have just a tiny bit left in this one. I even gave some away in a blind. That was just aired on Whiskey Wisdom's channel on Friday. And what a great time there. Amazing people there. I absolutely appreciate that Baker Drinks and Whiskey Wisdom, Matt at Whiskey Wisdom are on there. Got some feedback from some other people. David out of Whiskey Bank. Gonna have Myron from Bourbon Drop on the next one. Had some awesome active participants, from the channel, which I absolutely appreciate. I love it when the members from the channel are active in it because it makes it so much fun. So 2 bottles of this very rare, very lovely stuff is now gone. But you know what? What's bourbon if you can't share it, right? So let's have some fun with that. Also, Victim this month, 1792 foolproof store pick. This was from over at Midland Package. This was also part of the blinds that went out. Sad to see this one go a bit, but I think it lived a good life, and a lot of people got to enjoy this. So it does its thing. Woo! This one's a tough one. 13th Colony Sour Mash. This is going the way of the dodo bird, but it's very good pour, and I shared this with a lot of people. So it's a pour that's no more, but it's a lot of people got to try it. I like that no more thing. That actually comes from David at Whiskey Bank, where he does this. Is he going to buy or no more? So the no more on that one. But those are the ones that I ended up killing this month. But man, I got a lot of bottles. I'm gonna need a lot of help. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of things to get some stuff into people's hands. I just know that much. So let's go. What do we want to start off with? So Old Elk. Very excited about this. I've never had their rye. This is a store pick rye for ABC. This one right here is coming in at 126.1 proof from the ABC shop. It just happened to be sitting there when I was in the area, and I said, gotta have it. I'm a sucker for a store pick. The Old Elk cigar cut really opened up. I started enjoying that, and I'm like, cool weather's coming. Like some rye. Let's try to see if this Old Elk can change me around on there. Looking forward to that. Next bottle. Wow. I went full tater again. Rare Rough National Championship bottle for Georgia. Of course, Georgia beat my Auburn Tigers this weekend. Probably not the right time to be talking about this. But this is a national championship bottle. Local to my area, there's probably only about 40 or 50 bottles in the entire area that came out with this. It's MGP juice. It's a cast strength rye. It's got some cool little stuff on here on the front for the national championship. This is 191 of 192 barrels, coming in at 117 proof on this. So I just thought I like memorabilia stuff. I thought this was cool memorabilia, and I thought, even though I'm not a Georgia fan, it's cool to have up on the bar or gift to a Georgia fan in the future. So we'll see where we end up with that. Next one. This is one we don't see down here a whole lot, Georgia Heartwood, but this is also the Georgia National Championship bottle. This is for their back-to-back Glory back-to-back bottle. This is a limited release from ASW. For those that don't know, Georgia Heartwood is an exceptional bourbon. This is a cask strength. It is done up in Georgia colors, red and black. The people that started ASW were 2 guys that went to college together at Georgia, and their master distiller went to the University of Georgia. So a lot of strong ties to the University of Georgia. Excellent juice in the bottle, and pretty tater colors on that because it looks great on a bar. Even though I'm not a big Georgia fan, but that's okay. Next bottle down here, man. As you can tell, I've been hammering this bottle quite a bit. This is Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Single Barrel Rye Store Pick from the bottle shop. I bought 1 bottle of this, and I said, I know that, I want to be fair and make sure people have an opportunity. I waited a whole week and a half before I went back, and they had 3 bottles left. and they were happened to be behind the counter, and I spotted out. I said, let me get a bottle of that. And that was a good heads up by Nestor. That leads into another bottle up in the future, but Nestor got one of these too. I've got a backup now. This is fine juice. Absolutely beautiful juice. Drinks like a bourbon, but has some great little bit of a rye notes in the back. It's not overpoweringly peppery or anything. It drinks like a sweet bourbon. Absolutely love it. Charter Oak Spanish Oak. You've noticed I've sampled this out to quite a few people already. This means a lot to me because this actually came as part of a media kit from Buffalo Trace. That lady that asked me, hey, what do you think about, I'd asked her and she reached out and she says, hey, how about, what are you looking for? I'm like, look, I'm sure everyone wants BTAC. If I've earned that in the future, I would absolutely love it. But start me where you think you need to start me. And she says, well, we've got something interesting. And I said, okay. I said, I would love to try something interesting. And she says, it's the old Charter Oak. She said, it's done in Spanish oak. I'm like, absolutely. So I'm thinking I'm going to get a 100 milliliter pour. I'm excited for it. Things are looking cool. I get a whole 750 milliliters. I am like stoked. If you happen to look at these things on secondary, I don't know how it went awry. I don't know if people got the media kits and decided they're just going to sell it secondary or sell it to stores, or stores got it, decided not to sell it. But these things go insane prices, $700-800. Now, would I pay $700 or $800 for it? No. I think the price point where they're looking to get it at, I think $78, $79. I think it's a good price point. I think it's a very good product for that. But I wanted to get it in people's hands so they could try it out. It's moving in that direction. So very thankful for that from Buffalo Trace. Man, where would I be without some amazing contributions to the channel? Rare character, single barrel store pick. This is from the Liquor Barn. This is a rye finished in amber on a cask. As you can tell, I like this quite a bit. Man, Dave Vogelsang, golly, you know how to take excellent care of me. Absolute amazing contributor to the channel. Fantastic bottle. First time I've had rare character. Absolutely loved it. I can't say enough good things about it. Dave, thank you very, very much. Excellent contribution to the channel. And this is a pour that I thoroughly enjoy. I don't know about you all, but when someone gives you something, it just means so much more. When you have a sip of something, or you eat something, or somebody does something or makes something for you, it just means more. And I tell you, it just means more when I have something like this. And Dave, it just blew me away with your generosity. Thank you once again. Talking about generosity over here, Robert Jennings was able to trade him something that he doesn't see in his area a lot for something I don't see down here. Widow Jane Decadence. I am so excited that I got this bottle. Did a review on it. Absolutely enjoyed this bottle a lot. And I am so thankful that I was able to get this. Thank you very much, Robert. I know your team's having a little bit of a rough spell right now. My team had a rough spell yesterday. But we'll make it through together with some good bourbon. It's going to be all right. Robert, thank you very much for this great addition to the team over here. Man, I don't even know where to start. Like I said, it's like an embarrassment of riches over here. Elijah Craig, C923. If you can't tell, I've enjoyed drinking some of this, and I've enjoyed sampling some of this out. Some of this is actually going to find a home in the belly of a Buffalo Bill fan, but that's okay. I called it out. I lost it. It's okay. But this is the brand new one from Elijah Craig. It's 13 years, I think 7 months. 13 years. 7 months. Yep, 133 proof. And this thing right here, man, you're going to get a lot of different, I'm sure you're going to get a lot of different things. Everyone tastes and experiences things different. If someone doesn't care for it or they don't like it as much as me, that's fine. That's cool. I'm an Elijah Craig fanboy. And I know I probably drink with my eyes when I see Elijah Craig. And that's why I got a blind thing sometimes. But man, That thing right there, I really like that. Next one, couple local stores doing amazing things with some of my favorite things. So Maple Party Shop, Maple Party Shop, Southern Collective, Rye, Amburana Cask. They only got, 24 of these bottles. And I'm fortunate to have this. This came in 119.3 proof. I had the amazing fortune of actually happening to go by Matt's shop that day when Southern Collective was there. And while they were there, I wasn't a part of any of the picking or that. I don't think anything like that. But he was like, hey, would you like to try some of the stuff that we have here? And I'm like, oh, yeah. And so I tried this, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And Matt's like, I'm getting some of these. I'm like, oh. So he finally got them in, late this past week, picked it up at the store. I cannot wait to crack this and get into this. A member of the channel, Nestor, actually came in town. He was able to get some of the upcoming bottles that you're about to see, including this one right here. And then they actually had to go in the back and get it for us. Matt had told me it was there. Linda was gracious enough to go in the back and hunt it down for us. Looking forward to cracking this one on the channel. I am a big fan of things Southern Collective. They're MGP juice, and they do a fantastic job with it. So they blend it and get their own things. Another Southern Collective here. This one's the Bottle Shop. This is a rye. This one coming in, where are you coming in at? 118.5 proof. They only got 12 of these bottles. And I got one of these 12 on this. So, man, I am looking forward to this as well. As the weather gets cooler, I swear I'm becoming more and more of a rye fan. If you haven't noticed, I drank a lot of rye lately. This one right here, ready to crack this one. Like I said, when I was there, I had some of their stuff. I know Matt's working on another special barrel for something else in the future. Not going to spoil that. But man, if this rye is as good as some of this Amburana, the rye, I'm in for a delight and a treat on this. Looking forward to that. Like I said, this was an insane month. Me and my budget are no longer talking. It broke up with me. It's canceled me on all of its social medias. It's blocked me from communicating with it. But I'll find a way to make roads back in. I always do, but it's going to be tough after this month. So we haven't even got to some of the other good stuff here. Golly. So let's just go over what we got here. Old Forester. Old Forester Single Barrel Bottle Shop. The bottle shop had their own barrel of Old Forester. They dropped last week 2 bottles max. Man, I was able to get myself a bottle. I was able to talk to somebody else and they were able to get a bottle. And then, Nestor, he was coming in town. I'm like, dude, if you're in town, we had met and talked up at Maple Party. I said, try by the bottle shop, see if they've got that Old Forester or whatever, and check to see what they got. So he got an Old Forester single barrel. He got one of the Amburana cask over here, rye. And then he picked up another monster there, which was the Jack Daniel's barrel proof single barrel store pick rye. And I'm not even getting into his best bottle that he got this weekend. I'll leave that alone. I've announced it on live what it was, but that I'll let him, if he wants to put it in the comments, what bottle he picked up. I was so excited for him. He was so excited. He said his hands were shaking when he went to go check out. So it was an awesome bottle, but I'll leave Nestor to reply to that in the comments if he wants to share that with you. But Old Forester, you cannot go wrong. Single barrel, barrel proof, phenomenal. Like I said, this is just an embarrassment of riches this month. But then we got Old Forester again. So this right here is an ABC pick from the Alabama Lottery, 3rd Saturday of every month. I did the walk-up. They actually had the full lottery. I didn't have a number, but I was, early in line. I think it was second in line and ended up there. It ended up like 36th, 37th spot. Got this single barrel. This one comes in at 100 proof, for the other Old Forester over here coming in. Where are you coming in at? 129.2. This one's coming in at 100 proof. But man, Old Forester store picks, they always seem to do a job. And I am so looking forward to that. And so I'll be cracking some of these soon. I'm sure I'll be doing some giveaways with that. I'm sure they'll end up in some of the Patreon sample packs. Man, You know, and if I ended halfway through there, I'd have been so happy with the month. If I'd have ended right here, I'd have been blown away. But wait, there's more. So I was able to make a trade. Weller 107. My brother-in-law, Dwayne, big time friend of the show, you know, super, super guy. Got me my Jack Daniels 10, got me my Jack Daniels 12 when he had a number in the Alabama lottery. Just wanted what he paid for out of it. Takes an amazing job. It does an amazing job for me, just an amazing human being. He tells me, hey, Sean, there's a couple bottles I'm looking for. I'm like, tell me, I'm going to get them for you. He says, I'm looking for, like, you know, what is coming up in the Alabama lottery? So, well, I said, we got Weller 12, we got Antique 107. He says, I'd love either one of those if you can get it for my bar, because I don't have it on my bar. I'd love it. I said, done. I said, if I have an opportunity, I'm going to get it. Alabama lottery came up. Like I said, I got one of this bottle here on table 2. This was not a table. This actually was a table 1 bottle, but I didn't get the Alabama lottery. Got it from someone that's a member of this channel. They knew I was hunting for this. I had something they were very interested in. We made a trade. I've got this for my brother-in-law, and so excited to get this to him when we go up there and we'll watch a football game here in a couple of weeks, and so he can put this up on his par. So Antique 107, fantastic pour. Absolutely love it. But wait, there's more. Oh. Table 1, Alabama lottery, Weller 12. There is absolutely no better feeling than to get something at MSRP, especially when you know how hard they are to get. So I was able to get this on table 1 as a walk-up, not having a lottery number. And this is going right to my brother-in-law Dwayne's hands. So he's got a 107 and a Weller 12 that'll be on his bar. And it really tickles my soul. And I just love things like that. I love to be able to find something for people. It just does things for me. I was able to find a C923 for a friend earlier this month. You know, sometimes I'm able to find some other stuff, and I like doing that because, you know, I know how hard I hunt, and I know how hard it is to find things sometimes. So when I get something that someone would really like or special to them, it just makes my day. Promise, down to the last 2. And these 2, for me, are in unicorn status for me. I mean, they're not like BTAC, top of the line, but for me, they're hard bottles to find. Bottles that I really, really enjoy, and bottles that just look good on a shelf. So the first one, it has been a month for some Old Forester. Old Forester Barrel Proof Rye. This is the absolute first one that I have seen in this area. Of course, I had it turn it backwards to you. This one right here comes in at 130.4 proof. It's got some proof on it. Such a beautiful bottle. First barrel proof rye I've seen in this area. Man, was I excited to see that. Paid a little bit more than MSRP, but not full secondary on it. But for me, it was absolutely worth it because I have never seen one in this area or had access to one. So for me, it was something to have on my bar that I wanted to have. And I'm definitely glad that I've got this. Last bottle, I promise you. Golly, I know this has been a long-winded video. Old Fitzgerald 10. If that ain't a pretty bottle, I don't know what is. That has got to be probably the prettiest bottle. This decanter is probably the prettiest bottle there is out there. There's some amazing shaped bottles. I love the 13th Colony birthday bourbon type shaped bottles. You know, I love the old Riley bottle over here. I think that's fantastic. But I think this is just an iconic bottle, and I just absolutely love this. And this year's juice is supposed to be outstanding. So was very, very excited that I was able to get this. I had a fantastic month. I can't say enough good things about the people that worked with me. You know, some of the luck I had, serendipitous stuff that had occurred, and people making some great trades, and I think that they got some great stuff back in return. All that being said, I say every month, I don't know what I'm going to find for October. No clue. But I'm sure there's going to be some things that turn up and out there. But I would like to know, what did you get this month? What are some of the bottles that you're just like, this just freaking made my day. This was amazing. Man, my wife's probably going to kill me looking at all this. Anyways, I hope you and your family have an amazing, amazing day. I hope you guys spend amazing time together. I hope your work day goes fast, your off day goes slow. But most importantly, thank you for all you do, and God bless.